Okay, we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is a Verbling class, and I'm teacher Amy. And today we're going to be talking about beauty. This is a conversation class. We've got some interesting videos to watch, some short ones, but some ones that definitely make you think. And the first time I saw it, I was kind of like in shock for a moment. So our topic today is beauty, and how we perceive beauty, what is beauty, how we're taught beauty is supposed to be, and what you think about it. How does it affect people, especially younger people growing up? And what do you think is beautiful, or what is your definition of beauty? So it's going to be an interesting class. We've got lots of kind of cool materials to look at today. So if you're interested in practicing your speaking and thinking about this topic, then do come along in. And while we're waiting for our students, I will let you know about my two important pages. So number one is my Facebook page. That's going into the chat box now. This is where you can go to connect up with me, write me a message, have a look, see what classes I'm doing, read some extra material, leave some notes, make suggestions that you'd like to see classes on. We recently did one on Doctor Who, which was a great success, thanks to one of my students. So that's a good place to go, my Facebook page. And then the other page that's important is my Verbling teacher page, which is all about me as a teacher. So that one's really useful for finding out about my calendar, my schedule of classes and private tutoring. Click on the blue follow button and you'll be automatically notified of my classes. You can watch some videos of my classes and my introductory video, and also find out more about me as a teacher. So overall, that's a great place to go and check me out. So, as I said before, this is going to be a speaking class, and it's all about beauty today. And we have some key questions which you'll find on the class description, and those are the questions that we're going to be focusing on. We've got two videos to watch as we start the class, and we've also got a little article which we're not going to read the entirety of, but we are going to use it for a little bit of discussion about a department store in the UK, and it all will be revealed. So do come along in and we'll say hello and see who we've got today. So let's say hello again to Tito. Hey Tito.
Hey, Amy, nice to see you again.
You too. Now, what are your thoughts about beauty, Tito? Is beauty, does it play a big role in your country, in Egypt? Is it important?
Yeah, it's very important, I think so.
All right, what I want to ask you is it important just for girls or for boys and girls?
I think it's just for girls.
Okay. Why do you think it's only important for girls?
This is not from my point of view. It's a public point of view. Girls try to be more beauty. Boys or men try to choose the most beauty one they ever seen.
Okay. So, okay, beauty is more important for women than it is for men, right?
Yep.
Okay. We won't discuss it further now. We're going to come back to this later, but welcome to the class, okay?
Thank you.
Who else? Right, then we have Alberto. Hello, Alberto.
Hello, teacher.
How are you? Have I met you before, Alberto?
No, this is the first time.
Excellent. Well, good to meet you. Where are you from?
I'm from Colombia.
Welcome. Is beauty important in Colombia?
Yes, it is. It is, especially for women, because unfortunately, Colombia is still a little sexist. So yeah, so it's important.
Very important.
Yeah.
All right, it's good to get this little general opinion before we get started on our discussion. So welcome to the class. It's really nice to have you, and we'll get talking about this a bit more in a moment, okay?
Okay.
All right, hello to Jorge. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you, Amy. How are you?
Good. I'm very well, thank you. Do you agree with Alberto about Colombia?
Yes, yes, but sometimes I think it depends, or it can vary when you are working, or I don't know, your activity. For example, for actresses is more important, or models, than other people.
All right. So maybe it depends on who you are, your profession possibly?
Yes.
Okay. How do you feel about beauty for men or boys? Is it important? Do you guys think about it? Is it in your face or is it not important?
What can I say? There is an expression that we use, that everything uh, comes from your eyes. I don't know how can I say. Your first impression sometimes it's a good opportunity that you can have to impress other people, but I don't know. There are some people that have a very strong personality. Sometimes it's not so important the physical impression.
All right. You've made me think of a very, very, very common kind of idiom or quote or cliche, I guess, in the English language, which I wonder if you guys have in your languages. What it is beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Have you heard this before, anybody?
No, but I think it's the same situation in Spanish.
All right. So can you explain what it means, Jorge? What do you think it means?
We usually make judgments when we see something or some people, and sometimes it determines if we decided to talk with them, or if we have a good perception about that person, but this is something superficial.
Okay. You've described perfectly this quote: "Don't judge a book by its cover."
I like that.
Okay, that's what we say in English. It's really common. I'm sure you will hear it if you haven't already heard it before. So what you just said, Jorge, is exactly what this is talking about. Imagine if I'm a book and you look at me, the cover, what you see straight away is not always what the story is about, right? What I really am. So that's right. That's very good and relevant to beauty. However, beauty is in the eye of the beholder means something else. Does anyone know what that means?
That everyone has a different understanding about beauty, so it depends on how you understand it and how you think about it, and then you judge what the people, objects, or whatever it is as beautiful or ugly.
Thank you, Alberto. Perfect. So the beholder in this case is not the object of beauty, it's the person looking at it, right? So I might stand right next to Jorge and look at a building, and I might think, wow, that's beautiful, and he might think, oh my gosh, that is so ugly. We are both beholding the building, but we have different interpretations of what it is. I think beautiful, he thinks ugly. All right, good introduction. Let's just say hello to Rui again. Hi, Rui.
Hi, hello, students.
Is beauty important in Portugal?
Of course.
Of course. Is it important to men or just to women, or both?
The both the same.
The same? Has the same impact. Okay, good to know. All right, we'll start looking at our videos shortly. We're just going to say hello also to Ter. Hi, Ter.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. And I must say that your picture is beautiful. Is it a sunrise or a sunset?
Yeah, thank you.
Do you know if it's a sunrise or a sunset?
Yes, I like two sides because I like sunrise and I like sunset, so I put it all together in my picture.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
You're from Vietnam?
Okay, no, you
No.
forgot me. I'm from Iraq, from south of Iraq. Yeah,
Sorry,
okay. No,
apologies for that.
no
Tell me
no
about
problem.
Iraq.
Yeah.
Is beauty important in Iraq?
Yes, I think the beauty it is important in everywhere. Yeah, but it is depend about your perspective. What what angle or what corner you look for beauty? This is the question I think. Yeah. But in
Absolutely.
general, yes, I think the beauty it is important in everywhere
Okay.
and everywhere. Okay.
Is it important? Is it equally important to women and men, would you say, in Iraq? Or
No,
is it imbalanced?
no, there is I think the beauty required to girls and women more than men. I don't know, but this is my opinion, but I think the beauty it is required for women more than men. But the men also need the beauty sometimes, especially if you have a work required to be beauty like a model. I talk about men now. If you
Uh-huh.
or actor or something like that or an advertisement, yes,
Mhm.
it is required the beauty, but in another field, no, I don't think this require. But i
Sure.
still I still think that beauty require it is more important to women more than men.
Okay. So
uh,
it's interesting to get our first impressions from everybody. It's also interesting that you guys are all boys. So I'm going to have to speak for the girl side of the world in this class. I'll try my best. I think that we do have different perspectives on beauty. I think it plays maybe a different type of a role in our lives, but we're going to see what we think. The first thing I would like you to do is watch, there's two videos I have for you, and I'd like you to watch them in the order I give them to you, okay? The first one is going into the chat box now. They're really short videos, but they're pretty impactful. I'm going to put them into both chat boxes because I never know whether it's going to come up. So that's the first link. Go ahead, watch that video, and then come back and watch the second video, which is now going to the chat box below. Um, they're short videos, but I just want to know what you think of them, okay? So go ahead, watch those videos now, guys, and when you're back, just let me know by typing back into the chat box, please. And I'll see you in a moment. Okay. We're just waiting for you. Are you nearly done? I think you must be almost done. So let's go. All right, let's see. Alberto, tell me, what did you think? Have you seen those videos before?
No, it was the first time.
And what was it? What did you think?
Um, I don't know. It's very. I knew about it. I knew what you can do with Photoshop and but about the meaning, I think that we are in the world is controlled by men, and we are sexist. That is the only thing that I can say.
All right, thank you. I'm going to ask for each of your little feedback, your first impressions, so to speak, and then we'll discuss your opinions, all right? So thank you, Alberto. Jorge, what did you think?
Yes, I have seen that. I have watched those videos, and I think I don't know. This is something that common in publicity when they sell something that it's an impossible, some things and ideals that we have, but it's not the common average.
All right, thank you. What about you, Rui? What did you think?
This is the is more the commercial, and is the for the TV. I don't explain the very well the situation, but it's very important that your appearance is use beautiful or nose fat for jobs.
Yep, absolutely. So these are obviously for advertising, these shots. But I think it's very interesting that you see the literal whole process, obviously sped up. But you see what the girl looks like at the beginning, and then you see what she looks like at the end. And it's not exactly the same. Let's ask Ter. Ter, what do you think of them? What was your impression?
Yes, when I saw these two videos, I thought there is no natural beauty anymore, because I think it is become industry or like a star maker, because I think it is depend about Photoshop or many programs. So it is the beauty not become a natural like before. This is the first impression about these two videos.
Thank you. Very insightful. No natural beauty left, I think is what you mean.
Okay.
Tito, what was your first impression?
Only the Photoshop can bring to me my dream girl.
I love it. Only Photoshop can bring me my dream girl. All right. No, that's your first impression, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, obviously you guys all make very good points. Let me tell you, when I first saw that, which was actually only a few days ago, I was shocked at how little the final image resembled the actual girl. It almost looked like a different person to me. I could barely see that it was her. When you do the face, I guess there was maybe a little bit more similarity. But the body, I mean, so many things happened. They elongated her legs, they made her back slimmer, they changed the color of her skin, her face looked completely different, her hair looked completely different, her body shape was totally changed. And I think it was a shock for me, because I didn't realize how much photoshopping includes. I guess before I thought, okay, they just get rid of, your uneven skin tone and make your lips look redder or something. I didn't realize that they manipulated every aspect of your body shape and basically changed you completely. As Tito put it so nicely, there is nobody who exists who looks like that. So it's not a real person. All right, so let's talk about this. What kind of effect do you think this has on us as humans? Do you think that it's good for us to see these kind of images in advertising and to be manipulated into buying things through this kind of completely unnatural type of beauty? What do you think, Alberto?
Well, the effect, I don't know. From the perspective of the economy, it could be a good effect because people buy, and women are very good. Their bodies are very good for selling things.
Yeah.
And for people, yeah, probably for teenagers that they probably want to look like those girls, and they start having, I don't know, bulimia, or I don't know how to say that in English.
Yep, bulimia is the right word. So eating disorders. Eating disorders.
Eating disorders. Yeah. Yes, probably.
And why do you think that it would cause eating disorders? Excuse me.
Because when men look at this, when we look at this type of pictures, so it's like, okay, those girls are beautiful. I really would like a wife or a girlfriend like that. I really would like. But that is not real. And since teenagers notice this reaction, okay, so we like what we see on the pictures. So probably they would like to be like the girl on the picture.
Absolutely. Which is impossible, right? Because it's not real. It's not a real person, really.
Yes.
So it's a bit of a problem, I think. Okay, Jorge, what do you think? How does this affect us? How does it affect you?
I think the same that Alberto, but I think it affects everybody. No matter if you are a teenager or if you are an adult. I think that publicity impact in everyone. It depends on your maturity. I don't know if it's okay to say.
Sure.
If you are disposed to be influenced by the publicity, or if you are happy, or you try to be okay with the things that you are or you have.
Then it depends. The level to which you are affected depends on how secure you are about your own body, maybe.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. So do you think then, Jorge, that I guess what just to link up Alberto and your statements, that everybody's affected, but perhaps teenagers are affected more because they have less confidence, because their bodies are changing, everything's new, and generally it's that time of life where you're a bit like self-conscious. Therefore, they're more vulnerable to this than other people, maybe?
Maybe they can be more innocent, but you can see old people paying for surgeons, trying to appear younger.
Right.
I think actually they have money to pay. Sometimes young people don't have enough money to pay for other things that they would like to have. Or yeah.
Definitely. Okay, cosmetic surgery. Good topic. We're going to talk about that later, okay? cosmetic surgery is what you were just referring to, Jorge, where you have something done to make you look better, right? It's not because you're unhealthy, it's because you want to look prettier. All right,
Yes.
Tito, do you think how does this impact humans? Does it have an effect on you as a person, this kind of advertising?
No, on me as a person, I don't care of this advertising.
Mm-hmm.
But as Albert said, it has an impact on teenagers. They wanna be more beauty than others or than other mates.
Mm-hmm.
So they uh, they watch these advertising every time and try to be like them,
Mm-hmm.
and at least they fail.
Yeah.
So it
Okay.
has a bad impact on teenagers.
Okay, it definitely has a bad impact on teenagers. All right. What do you think, Rui?
For the impact, is more in this is the same. Is more impact for the teenagers. Is working is the teenagers all the time in the fault in the TV and the celebrities and it's for as
Celebrities,
more
good point. Mm-hmm.
yeah it's very every time and the the bands the music.
Yep, okay. So what you're really saying is that teenagers are more exposed to it, possibly, because the things that interest them are related, like music, bands, singers, celebrities. That's what interests them generally in that age group, and so they're exposed to it continually. Whereas maybe adults, yeah, maybe we will tune into like a band or see what the celebrities are doing, but not as our primary interest in that time of life, possibly.
It's
Okay,
a
good point.
very incentive for the people young.
Yeah, it's more of an incentive. True. Ter, what do you think? Is this good or bad that we let this happen in our world, or that we use this to advertise stuff?
No, I think it is just ordinary because we need sometimes a fake thing to still feel about something. We lose it. So the fake beauty. Could I say fake beauty or I
Sure.
can't? Okay.
Yeah.
The fake beauty, it is required sometimes, especially for advertisement, as I told before. So I think it is okay, no problem, because sometimes our circumstances, it is not good, so we want to run about our life to another thing. So the another thing, it is like this, a fake beauty. So it is okay.
All right. So I think what you mean is that sometimes we want to be distracted or see something beautiful. It doesn't matter that it's not real. It's nice to look at. We don't have everything. Not everything has to be like real life hard grind. Yeah.
Yes, because we don't have a perfect life, so we need sometimes to looking for perfect, and this fake beauty, it is a perfect. So it's okay. I don't have any problem with it. Yeah.
All right. Good point.
Okay.
I like that point. But it brings me on to something else, Ter. I don't know if you noticed, but at the end of the Body Evolution, the second video, it says the following. On December the 18th, 2011, so a couple of years ago, a global proposal was created to encourage mandatory disclaimers when manipulating bodies in advertising. Can somebody explain what does that mean?
Sorry, Amy, your voice, it is like
Cutting out?
I think no, I think I have a problem with my connection, so I not understand in right way. So I don't know. Yeah.
Let me repeat. So at the end of the Body Evolution video, a little message came on the screen which basically said that people thought if we use these images in advertising, fake images, false beauty, then there should be a disclaimer that is like a little message that comes onto the screen afterwards saying, this image has been manipulated by Photoshop, so that you know it's not real. What do you think? Should we do that?
Yes, I don't have any problem because I think it is we need it sometimes. Yes, I don't have, especially for teenage. I think they so affected about this image. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay. Praise you.
Thanks. All right, Jorge, what do you think? Should there be a disclaimer if we see these kind of things?
Oh, I think that have the same effect that the cigarettes. It doesn't matter if people know that a cigarette is bad for your health, they continue smoking. I think if we have that disclaimer, there is not effect.
All right.
For me, I don't know. It's my opinion. I think it's the same effect if we see if we watch that disclaimer or there is not that disclaimer in the commercial app.
Absolutely. Okay, so you don't think it would be very effective?
No.
All right. What about Alberto? What do you think? Would it be effective, or should we have a disclaimer?
Okay, I have a question about vocabulary first, teacher.
Sure.
So is there a difference between publicity and advertisement?
So if you're going to compare them, use the word advertising. They're like the general area of showing stuff to sell things. Yep, they're the same, really. Normally an advertisement is one particular piece of publicity or advertising, right? A singular bit within the large whole. So if you say publicity, it's like a general area.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so what do you think about this disclaimer idea?
Well, I think well, Jorge said that probably there wouldn't be an effect, and I think so. I mean, I agree with him, but I think it will leave it up to the recipient of the advertisement. Advertisement. It's like, okay, if you so that the same with cigarettes or alcohol. So this is harmful. So, but it depends on you if you want to believe it, if you want to do something about it, or if you don't care about it.
All right. So it's an interesting comparison to make, and I see how you're drawing those parallels between knowing something is bad for us, or knowing, in this case, that it's not real, and choosing whether or not to still do it or not. However, with this, it's not a case of actually consuming anything as such, really, is it? It's a case of seeing something. Once you've seen it, I don't think you can really kind of take it back. So I'm just trying to imagine this from the perspective of a teenager. They can choose to drink alcohol even though they know it's illegal or it's bad for them. And I suppose they'll experience the effects of it. But is that the same as seeing an image? Do you not think that they could see an image and think to themselves, okay, it's not real, but somewhere inside them they still feel, oh, I'm not good enough? Is it possible, do you think, to separate it totally in your mind so that you aren't affected by it? I don't know.
I don't know. For a teenager, I think it is very, very difficult. But the other option is to prohibit this type of publicity, which is, I mean, the best way to sell something is through the girls. That's it. That's it. That is the number one. This is like the old trick for every single advertiser.
Okay. Agreed. So I'm not disagreeing with that at all. I'm just considering the possibility of perhaps using real beauty instead of this fake beauty. Because I believe, before we had Photoshop, we used to use beautiful girls, and I think we still sold stuff, and they were real. So, okay, they had makeup on, they had their hair done, they had fashion shots, but at least we saw what they really looked like. If we saw them in real life, then they'd still look roughly the same. They may be having a bad hair day. Let's just say hello to David. Hi, David.
Hi, teacher.
Just to let you know, there's 2 videos that you might be interested in watching. The links are in the Google chat or in this chat. That's what we're discussing at the moment, okay?
Okay.
All right, Jorge, you've put actually ads work with our emotions, not with our rational mind. Good point. Good point. If you're going to write ads, spell it with 1 D. And just a side note about the word advertisement. You can either say advertisement or advertisement. So it's optional, that one. I tend to say advertisement. Okay. So we've discussed the disclaimer. I want to ask you guys what your perspective of beauty is now. So if you think of, for example, let's talk about humans. Think about someone who is beautiful in your life and think about why they are beautiful. Do you think they're beautiful just because of their body, or does their body have no impact on what you think of it? So let's ask Tito. Tito, what's your perspective on beauty and your own experience? What do you judge as beautiful?
I think it's not depend on the body and the face and how they look like. Depends how they deal with you, how they benefit you, and how you benefit them. So, for example, I see my mother, the most beautiful one in the world. If she is not the most beautiful one, but I see because she treat me good, she do everything to me. So it depends. It not depends on the body and the face.
All right, thank you, Tito. That was lovely. Let's ask Rui. Rui, who is beautiful in your life and why are they beautiful?
Maybe it's my mother.
Oh. Why?
She's very important for me.
Okay, so same.
For me, it's important. This is my life.
All right, so the same as Tito, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, how about you, Ter? Who's beautiful in your life and why?
Actually, it is so difficult to say who is more beautiful in my life because there is a lot of things beautiful in my life. So I don't know. Do you want me to say just one name or what exactly? Because I think, yeah. Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Whatever you want, Ter. Share with us whatever you like.
Yes, I think the beauty, it is not should be physical. I mean, in a shape. So I like the mind beauty more than the body beauty, because the body beauty it is will gone, but the mind beauty will be still with us even we die. So I looking for beauty mind more than beauty body. So yeah, this is my opinion. I don't have a specific one beauty to name it for you.
Thank you, beautiful. That was a beautiful description. Just describe it: physical beauty and mental beauty, okay? Rather than beauty, body, beauty, mind. So switch the words around, but very nicely described. Okay, interesting. David, are you watching the videos or are you with us?
Yes, I watch it.
All right.
Cool.
What did you think?
I think that they cheat me all this time.
They tricked you. That's what I thought, David. I was like, ooh, right?
Yeah, I can be beautiful too.
Great! Everybody's going to leave this class and go out and download the latest version of Photoshop, right?
Yeah.
All right, so David, just listen to what we're saying. I'll ask you again in a moment, okay, to join in, but just familiarize yourself for a moment. So Alberto, what's beauty for you in your life? What's beautiful?
I don't know if my family, my father, my mother, my sister, my friends, I love everyone. I consider them beautiful. I say I have a friend. He's a male. He's a man, and I say you're beautiful, man. He say, come on, don't be gay. You're beautiful. So what? Don't be sexist.
Go, Alberto! Don't be sexist. I agree. Alright, I like it. You don't have to be gay to say that another guy is beautiful. Agreed there. Because I can easily tell or say that another girl is beautiful and nobody thinks that I'm gay. Well, maybe they do. But I think it's easier for girls to say that to other girls, right? Because it's quite common if we go out to a party and my friend who is a girl gets all dressed, I can say, wow, you look gorgeous. And it's not like, oh, you're gay. It's just I'm giving her a compliment, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What I want to ask you, I'm going to ask Jorge this first. Jorge, those two videos that we just watched were of girls, right? And you're obviously a guy. If you just watched two videos like that of guys, not girls, guys, do you think you feel any differently? How would you feel? Can you imagine?
I think I don't know. I think as you said before, the concept of beauty is different for women and men.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe as I wrote before, power appearance for men could be more important maybe.
Mm-hmm.
For example, it's common to try to attract a man with power, with cars, with a power position, and other kind of things. But in the case of women, I think physical beauty act, and I think in the case of the men, if there is something similar process with the men, I think
Mm-hmm.
there is not the goal in the advertisement. I think, I don't know.
That's a really interesting point. What I want to ask you, Jorge, is if this idea of power is portrayed in advertising, do you ever, maybe subconsciously, but I just want to think about it for a second, do you ever see an ad like this or look at one and find yourself feeling intimidated or a bit useless? If you, I don't know what kind of person you are at all. Maybe you're extremely rich and successful, have 10 cars and a huge house. Or I don't know how you portray the idea of power, but does advertising like this ever make you feel intimidated or insecure or like you're failing in your life in any way?
I think that kind of advertisement produce insecure in many people because this is an ideal. This is not. Yeah, there are some people that are really beautiful, and there are people very powerful, but they are very so far from the average of the population. Yeah, and yes, when I say the power position in a man, it's more related that there is the tendency that a woman is feel more attracted for someone with more power. It doesn't matter if he's Brad Pitt. Maybe he can be a normal people, but if he have a power position, it could be more attractive for some women. This is a cliche, but advertisement use that cliche.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I like the comparison between power or beauty because I think that's true, and I hadn't thought about that before. Excuse me. Let's ask David. David, we've been discussing quite a few different things today so far. So I'd just like to catch you up a little bit. been talking about what beauty is to us and how we think this kind of advertising affects society and who it affects most. So would you like to respond to that in whatever way you like? What's your opinion about it all?
Well, how it affects the society. I think it affects more the women. And
Why?
it can increase the autoesteem.
Yep, self-esteem. You think it
Self-esteem.
increases self-esteem or decreases self-esteem?
Increase.
Okay.
Because a regular woman can turn beautiful.
Okay. So it's an inspiration for regular women.
And they see that even that top models are not too beautiful as the advertisement shows. And they are beautiful too.
All right, that's really nice. So you're talking about the videos, right?
Right.
Yeah. I have to say that when I watched them, I did feel better. So just because there's no other girls here to talk about this with me, I'm going to ask you in a moment about if you have girlfriends, so prepare your answers for me, okay? But I think that even subconsciously, when I see pictures like this, I automatically think, oh my goodness, my hair looks bad today, or oh, I've got a bad outfit on, or I need to lose weight, or my face isn't looking too good, or I forgot to put makeup on. All of these little things kind of go through my head. Maybe not every time, but especially if it's the center of something. And to find out that not so much that it was photoshopped, because I think I already knew that it was photoshopped, but to find out the extent to which it's photoshopped, how many changes they make, made me feel a lot better. And I think that this video should be watched by all girls, personally. But what I want to ask you guys is, does this change your expectations of girls from finding a girlfriend kind of a point of view? Do you think somehow you have higher expectations of your girlfriends? Are you disappointed if they don't look good one day? Maybe even like a tiny, tiny part of you. I don't know. I have no idea what it's like to be a guy, clearly. So let's ask, who shall I ask? Alberto, do you think this changes your perspective of women from your personal point of view?
I just wanted to say I posted a link, a YouTube link in the chat, and it is about like some girls describing themselves, and there is a person that draws them. I mean, you say, okay, I'm tall. And the person doesn't see the girls, and like the in the movies, like the one they use in the movies when they want to catch the thief, or right? Yeah.
Okay, sure,
So
yeah.
The person describes, the girl describes herself, and yeah, he draws what she says, and then other girl describes the same girl, and they compare the pictures. So the description of the girl was, the description of the other girl was more beautiful. So it's like the meaning. So sometimes you think that you are not that beautiful. So,
and somebody else thinks you're more beautiful, right, than you do.
Yes, that's it. And I don't I don't think of course. Well, I don't. I just forgot what I was going to say, but I love my family, my girlfriend, the way they are.
Okay. And do you, in your mind, Alberto, or maybe I don't know, in your mind whether that's the right thing to say, but do you have a separate compartment for advertising girls over here and reality girls over here, and it's easy to distinguish between them, and you don't expect this to match up to this?
No, so I would like to look like Brad Pitt, but I am Alberto, and I love me the way I am, so I don't I don't think about that actually.
Excellent. I'm very glad to hear it, Alberto. Thank you. You're an inspiration for all teenagers.
Okay.
Okay, let's ask Tito. Tito, do you think seeing these really beautiful girls changes your expectations for your girlfriend? Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
You don't have a girlfriend?
No.
Maybe your expectations are too high. All right.
I want like Taylor Swift.
You like Taylor Swift?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, I'll see if I might have her number. No, I don't really. I'm sorry. What about Ted? Ted, do you have a girlfriend?
No, I have a wife actually.
And does your... Okay, so that's wonderful.
Okay.
Do you think you have different expectations of your wife because of advertising, or is it totally different?
No, Amy, let me say something. I think if you put someone you love him or you care about him and
Or her.
or her, okay, and comparing with another one, I think this is not fair, because we shouldn't compare ourselves with another man or with another girl or woman, because I think you will not feel in peace with yourself, because I think the movie star, it is more a human in this world, they not feel peace with themselves, because always they have a comparison or comparing with another one. They are like a obsession about beauty, about yeah. So I think if you put ourselves like this, it is not fair to ourselves. So I not put everyone in this situation. I hate to compare myself or compare my family with any because the beauty, as I told, maybe it is not real. Yeah, it is not real, not reality. It is just a maker. So or makeup sometimes. Yeah. So I don't care about this actually. Yeah, maybe I'm. Okay.
Thank you for coming to this class and sharing your wisdom with us.
Okay, thanks, Amy.
What about you? Do you have a girlfriend or a wife or a partner or any of the above?
No.
No?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, but not right now.
No.
All right. Have you ever compared them to, I don't know, Angelina Jolie and thought, my girlfriend's not as beautiful as Angelina Jolie?
I like the Angelina for the doctor, the children, but for me it's no beautiful. Is as for me is the now is no is the change the fat. What is this? Similar as skeleton.
So it's just false to you. You can't make a connection between what you see on a screen and reality, right?
Yeah.
Gosh, this class is making me feel so much better. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Let's ask Jorge. Jorge, what about you? Do you have a girlfriend? I'm so mean, aren't I?
I think if I had if I had an Angelina Jolie like a girlfriend, I will be very jealous. I can live. I will be worried all the time.
You'll be worried all the time that some other guy's gonna steal her. Oh,
of course.
So you prefer to have an ugly girlfriend, Jorge, and then you don't worry about it.
Yes.
That's terrible, Jorge. Okay, very good, but very funny. What about David? David, we've only got a few minutes left, but do you ever make comparisons in your mind, or do you have a girlfriend? Did I already ask you?
No, I don't have a girlfriend.
Have you ever made comparisons between people you love and people on a screen, though?
Oh, I never made comparison,
Good.
but this commercial is good too for man.
Hmm.
Open his eyes and see better the woman.
Yeah. And have you ever bought a product because it had a really good-looking girl in the advert, David? Truthfully.
What?
Have you ever bought a product because you saw the advert and the advert or the advertisement had a beautiful girl advertising the product?
If I bought a product for me or for a
For
girlfriend?
anybody. For anybody.
No,
No?
never.
So
No.
advertising doesn't work on you anyway.
No, yes, advertisement have a great impact, great influence
Mhm.
on people, in me too. But I don't remember if I bought some beauty product. I don't
Based on
know.
that. It's hard to remember.
Maybe perfume. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Do you know, perfume is one of those things that really, really baffles me because clearly, if you see an advert for perfume, well, perfume is to smell, right? And there's no way that you can smell it through an advert.
Yeah.
So it's like the most ridiculous, obvious showing of how images and
Yeah.
just made up stuff makes us buy things because perfume is for smelling. If you can't smell it through the ad, how do you know what it's like? Well, you know what it's like because there's a really beautiful woman wearing the perfume, and if you buy it, then you're going to get a girlfriend who looks just like her, right?
Yeah.
Expensive.
Yeah, and the more expensive it is, the better it is, right?
Yeah.
Better
Okay.
effect to have.
Amy,
Yeah.
Amy, I have a question. Sorry, because
Okay.
the time is up. I have a question to you, okay?
Sure.
What is your standard for beauty for man?
What is my standard? You know what? I think
For beauty, yes.
for me,
Yes.
what a man looks like is very, very unimportant. I think for generally this is true for girls. Obviously, we like to look at really hot-looking guys, and we're not going to say no to watching Brad Pitt in a movie. But when it comes to people in our real lives, I think that generally most girls don't care. What happens is that we like someone because of their personality, because they make us laugh, because they're fun, and they become beautiful in some way. And then we end up thinking, wow, they're really good looking, when to somebody else maybe they're not so good looking. That's my experience.
Yes, it is so good. Thank you, Amy, for your honest.
No problem. I can't speak for the whole world of girls here, but since I'm the only girl in the class, this
Yes.
is the experience of me and the people I know in my life, so have hope, boys, okay?
Okay.
All right. So thank you all for participating. It was a great class, some really good speaking. Don't forget to check out the chat box. I've corrected some of your mistakes in there as we've been going on. And I'm
Okay.
going to post that link from Alberto on my Facebook page. So if anyone wants to access the link he left about the sketching, then go to Facebook and you can watch it after class. All right, guys, take care and see you soon.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Amy, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.